Zach Brown Band and Goodbye in Her Eyes, a song co-written by our live in-studio guest. Sonia Leigh is in our studio.
Yay!
It's pretty cool to hear that song leading into what you're going to do for us. You told the story about writing that song. You want to tell that one again?
Oh, well, we were just all hanging out by the fire out at Zach's place one day, and he and his songwriting partner, Wyatt Durrett, were just jamming, and they started playing that song. They had a verse in the chorus, I believe I'd written, and I was like, oh my God, that's a hit. Like, we had to finish that, and so like months later, we ended up finishing it when we were out on the road.
Your first #1 co-write, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, Sonia Leigh, better known as Leather Tuscadero, that's the name I gave you yesterday.
I dressed up for you. I'm in all black.
Did you know Leather Tuscadero before we made that comparison?
Actually, you know, I didn't make the connection by the name, but when I looked it up, I did watch Happy Days growing up, and I did recognize.
It's great. You just got a similar look. Yeah, that's about all it is. It's been.
I just have an out-of-date hairstyle. Is that what you're
that's not what I was saying at all. Basically saying you're cool, you're hot, and and you sing great. So and so does Susie Quattro, who actually played Leather Tuscadero. Sonia Leigh from Atlanta, Georgia. You've been doing this for a while. You've been bouncing around club to club and making a name for yourself slowly but surely, and it seems to be paying off with a song called "Put It in Your Pocket" that we're playing on the highway.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'm really excited to be a part of the highway. It's awesome. You guys have been great to us.
It's the question we always ask. You remember the first time you heard and saw "Put It in Your Pocket" on a display on Sirius XM radio?
Yeah, I was driving back from Asheville. I think I even videotaped it and posted it on your page.
You live on Twitter. I don't think we have an artist. You win the award for maybe the most active Twitter user in the music industry.
You know what? I used to not even do Twitter at all, and one of my fans, JoJo, she came in and won a contest to hang out with me, and she was actually really cool, and she was like, you know what, you really need to step your game up on Twitter. And I was like, I don't really know how to use it, and she taught me, and so ever since I'm like in the land of Twitter constantly.
Yeah, you figured it out. I'm just saying. But it's cute. You wake up early too, we were discovering, because you're up with us every morning.
I wake up quite early. I'm always on my grind.
All right, we had a little fun with the song when we first started playing it, because it paints this beautiful scene lyrically in the verses, and then it just slams into "Put it in your pocket." It's like, well, what are we putting in our pocket? But then, and of course I know, but it was just fun to play around with the words. But where did this song come from?
I co-wrote this with a wonderful, awesome dude named Bobby Huff, and he built the track for it. It's the first time I ever wrote to a track. And we had an idea to write something really fun for the summer, and which is kind of a outside of the box for me as a writer, because I'm a very deep writer.
Goodbye
so this
in Our
was
Eyes.
a really good, this was a really good stretch of my legs, and I really enjoyed it. And we actually wrote this song on a sunny day. On a rainy day.
On a rainy day.
Yeah, and so I'm like looking out the window. There's this big store brewing, and put it in your pocket. I kind of like to create verbal trends, like hashtag bird earth.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
It took us a second to figure that one out.
I was like, what is BRD? Oh, birders. Got it.
Yeah.
So you got it. This song's filled with them now.
Yeah, I wanted to create my own slang. So put it in your pocket is just kind of something I usually say, like, I'm on top of it, so I got this in my pocket. And it's like, well, if you're enjoying it and you want it, just put it in your pocket.
Carry it with you wherever you go.
Yes.
It reminds me of the song back in the 80s, "Walking on Sunshine."
Right, thanks, man. I like that song.
Oh, cool. Well, let's play "Put It in Your Pocket" right now. Sonia Leigh in our performance nook on the highway.
Cool breeze cutting through the hot summer heat, dragging my igloo by my flip-flop feet. Water's just right, everybody's jumping in. It's a party when we're lounging on the bankside, chilling, got my
putting it in your pocket on the highway. Cool. I mean, I just love it. It puts you in the best mood. You were talking about Twitter earlier with Sonia Leigh, and a lot of pictures with you and another one of our highway finds, Brooke Eden.
Yeah, that's my bestie, man.
You guys are doing this together. You guys are highway finds together.
Yeah, you know what? We both moved to Nashville around the same time, and we met, and so we kind of came up and hung out and been riding and kind of on this journey together. So I'm really excited that we're kind of supporting each other, and I love her new song, American Dream.
We're going to play that in just a little bit, but it's really neat to see you two sharing this, because it kind of stinks to have to do this alone, right?
Right, happiness is only real when shared. So, and that's, I believe that.
All right, you're going to be all over the place. August 7th, Huntington, New York, the Paramount with Blackberry Smoke. On the 14th, in Clifton Park, New York, Upstate Concert Hall with Blackberry Smoke. Then back to one of my favorite places in your hometown of Atlanta, actually Decatur, Georgia, Eddie's Attic. What a great place to play. You play there a lot?
Yes, I came up playing there.
That's what you had to have, right? That's kind of a rite of passage if you come from that area.
So many great people came through there.
Jennifer
Nettles, John Mayer. I mean, everyone's played there. It's great.
Tiniest little room, but God, there's such a great energy in that place.
Yeah, I'll be there with some friends of mine, the Mighty Magnolias, who they're doing really well as well. So. And
then you're on the road with another one of our highway finds, Ryan Kinder. Mr.
Yes.
Kiss Me When I'm Down.
Mr. Handsome Ryan Kinder.
Mr. I Can Pick a Guitar, Ryan Kinder.
I'm sorry, I get blinded by the handsomeness.
Oh, yeah. That's great. All right, you got another song you're going to play for us. This one you co-wrote with a good friend of mine, Danny Myrick. You might recall back in the 90s. We came up in 1996. His band Western Flyer had a hit that went all the way up to number 32.
Yeah, you showed me that picture of that mullet.
There's a great mullet on Danny
pull
Myrick.
that out and show him that.
But he's been writing songs. He wrote She's Country for Jason Aldean, among a bunch of others. And you co-wrote this one with him called When We Are Alone.
I did, and happy birthday to him. He just had his 50th birthday.
He's 50?
Mm-hmm. He's looks great, dude.
Man, that makes me feel really old.
Such a great dude, so... Happy birthday, Danny, if you're listening out there.
Sonia Leigh live in our performance deck.
Going on. Friday night, I'm all decked out. You don't know what you're missing
Music from Sonia Leigh, When We Are Alone, co-written Sonia Leigh and Danny Myrick. I think that sounds like another highway find.
Yeah, we're thinking about doing that.
We talked about Brooke Eden, you talked about Ryan Kinder, and the crop of singer-songwriters that is going on in Nashville right now, kind of changing the whole path of country music right now. Dean Dillon, who wrote like 900 of George Strait's #1 hits, he's been writing with a lot of you guys lately, and he's really working hard at writing with the youth of the songwriting community right now. And he says he's extremely humbled because he's never seen an era of songwriters that exists here in Nashville. Do you guys feel that when you guys are out writing? There's just this creative energy going on that hasn't been maybe in this town for a while?
You know, I got to spend some time with Dean out in Colorado recently, and I don't know if y'all saw, we posted you guys something.
Yeah.
But there is a new creative energy in music, and I've been kind of touching on this subject a bit because yes, music's changing, and that's because there's more history behind music now. I mean, you know, country's changing because there's more music to be influenced by, you know, and I think that we should celebrate that and stretch our legs a little bit, you know. Where Hank didn't have, you know, the kind of music influencing him to write what he wrote as what we do today.
Hank Sr. did not have AC/DC on his iPod.
Right. Yeah.
No.
So
it's great.
I'm excited about the future of music, and I love that there's a lot of females coming out, and people are starting to support that. I think that's important.
Including your pal, Brooke Eden.
Right, yes.
This is great. This is exactly what you want from our performance note. Jessica says, you know what? I wasn't sure, and I couldn't quite judge Sonia Leigh until I heard her live. I love her.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's the reaction you kind of are hoping for. Thank you so much. If you want to just tell us the quick history of how you and Zach got together, what the creative environment was in Atlanta, and how that all formed.
You know, I was in an all-girl band in Atlanta back in the day, and he used to have a restaurant out in Edenton, Georgia, and we used to go out there and play, and that's how I met Zach. And when we first met, like, we went out, and he used to have this old, like, beat-up VW van that he kept out in by the lake out behind his restaurant. And the first night that we met, we went and hung out in that van and played music and drank peach moonshine, homemade peach moonshine, and we just really hit it off from then on. And he's played a really big part in my career, and I love and thank him for that very much.
Well, you're doing it all on your own at this point. Put it in your pocket. You just heard When We Are Alone. Sonia Leigh, our live in-studio guest from our performance. Now, good luck on the road, and good luck
Thank you guys,
with more new music. Keep it coming, okay?
Right on.
All right, here is your pal Brooke Eden in American Dreamin'.